You know, today is a pretty big day for the crypto market, for XRP, where we could in fact see a little bit of extra fuel for this fire, for this run that we've been on, or you might in fact see a little bit of a dousing of the flame. And that's all coming this afternoon. We're going to talk about that in this video. But what I do want to talk about as well are some wild claims that XRP is in fact overvalued. All that and more coming in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So we've obviously had a bit of an up and down week in terms of price. We didn't hold our 20-day moving average in the early part of the week. And unfortunately, you know, we're kind of sitting right down below there in terms of XRP right now. Now, some positive signs. Still playing perfectly under our Wyckoff accumulation model, still building a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders here that could give us some legs to run to the upside. We do in fact see a hammer candle that closed yesterday for XRP. That's a very positive sign, bullish formation there. And we are in fact seeing stochastic RSI on the daily now in this oversold range completely, and looking like it may get across today, tomorrow, the next way, just depending on the way that things go. Now, BTC continues to stay strong. That's exactly what we need to see for altcoins, retail-driven assets, right? And I will say that XRP Dominance did in fact fall through that kind of, we'll call it bounce zone like we were talking about the other day. We are in the oversold range on stochastic RSI in terms of XRP Dominance. So this is where you tend to see, you know, the whales step in and accumulate and just people take advantage of dips and discounts. And if we do get some excitement, XRP can start to run, because what we've actually seen is a very good bounce for XRP. We did see it actually drop all the way down to $2.08 or so. And then we saw short liquidations, short liquidations, short liquidations. In fact, the last 24 hours, what we've seen is about $3 million worth of liquidations in general. Almost 2 million of that was on the short side. And now we've actually gotten to this point where the shorts have kind of gotten out of the way, and we've returned back to a place of balance where the long short ratio is almost a 1.0, meaning that there are an equal amount of short and long positions in the crypto market. And that means organically, the market can start to do what it wants to do. And what the market wants to do, as we've seen time and time again, is it does want to take steps to the upside. Now, we do have something coming this afternoon that obviously everybody needs to be aware of. This video is going to come out at about 12:30 Central Standard Time. And I believe around 1:30 or so is when Jerome Powell is going to be speaking following our FOMC meeting. Now, the big agreement amongst the industry is that we're not going to get an interest rate decrease today. So that would not be a surprise if that does not come, right? But if it comes, that's going to be especially bullish for the crypto market. That is a huge sign. But I think the most important thing following this meeting is going to be Jerome Powell's sentiment. As we've seen many times before, his words have the ability to either spark the market or drop the market. And it's really just been kind of wild as of late as to which direction the market wants to head. Now, what we do want to see from this meeting, or at least from Jerome Powell speaking, is some hint at the conclusion of quantitative tightening, some hint at interest rate decreases coming sooner than expected. I will say that their hands may have been forced just a little bit because of what China has in fact been doing, the stimulus they're trying to give to their economy. They're cutting rates there. That might be something that forces the US to do something slightly similar, maybe a quarter basis point, something like that. But also the declining GDP report probably will give the Fed just a little bit of concern. So hopefully we can get a little bit of positive momentum from this, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Now, what I will say is that there was this wild claim coming out that XRP is overvalued, but not totally worthless. And this was actually coming from Jeff Dorman. Now, he actually runs Empire Podcast, or not runs it. He is on the Empire Podcast. He was actually talking about it being insanely overvalued, noting its lack of concrete financial or utility value, which means that this guy has no idea what the hell he's talking about, because when we talk about XRP utility to settle cross-border payments, it's one of the few assets in the crypto market that currently has a use case. And it's a big one because it bridges Web 2 and Web 3. It facilitates cross-border payments faster than any other existing network that's actually being utilized. And that's why right now you actually have RippleNet and XRP Ledger, you have XRP have the ability to be embraced worldwide at a much higher rate, and actually, frankly, in the same discussion as Bitcoin, but frankly, with more utility, right? I think we can all agree with that, right? So I hate that some people don't understand that, right? XRP is not just any other the hundreds of thousands of coins in the crypto market, it's one that's actually taking steps forward. Obviously, Ripple, we know, is trying to close deals, acquiring other major stable coins in the space, launching their own stable coins, really building out an ecosystem that has not just even the utility that exists in it currently, but advanced, expanded utility. All right. And maybe it's a video that I need to do at a different time because I didn't expect to get into that, but hopefully people get the point, right? XRP is probably one of the more slept on tokens. And the reason why, yes, it has had a big surge in excitement as of late is one, it's had a huge emergence from this Ripple v SEC case with a big old W. But two, it's dealt with 7 years of suppression. So people that are trying to push XRP down, they're just getting liquidated left and right, time and time again. So what I will say here is that XRP has still some huge potential in this market cycle. And no, the excitement surrounding it has not faded. No, it doesn't seem like it's overhyped or overvalued or anything like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if again, XRP has a real opportunity to flip Ethereum sometime in the near term. Now, this isn't to guarantee your financial advice or anything like that, but that's just my thoughts on this. I know some other people share the same ideas, but we'll see what happens today. We'll see what happens over these next few months as hopefully the market starts to ramp up. But I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.